once, empaths, do you know how rare it was for the chance for this narcissist involved in your life to discover you, an empath? Do you know how rare it actually is for them to discover you? You see, there's narcissists that never even discover an empath, don't have the opportunity to find a chosen one or an empath. And you may have been asleep at the time. You might have not realized that you may have thought people thought like you, acted like you. You know, you didn't realize there was such evil in the world, like this narcissist you was involved with in your life. But it's very rare for them to come across you. And you see, narcissists and these narcissists that were involved in your life actually search for individuals like yourselves. They actually search high and low. They go through supply after supply after supply, and like combing through with a fine-tooth comb, you know, trying to discover an empath, like a needle in a haystack. They have to search many supplies. They go through many bouts of misery, many bouts of disappointment, because they meet people that are narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths, or maybe just toxic in general. They discover plentiful people like that, right? They discover many people like that. But they come across you. And the nature of the narcissist is selfishness, ungratefulness, and not appreciating when they finally discovered you. You see, as much as they admired you, as much as they were infatuated by you, this narcissist you was involved with, they took you for granted. They didn't appreciate. And one of the reasons why they never really appreciated you and didn't give you your props that you deserve, one, because they have no empathy, and two, your character and your essence towards life, the essence of who you are, your soul, actually angers them because they're jealous of you. They're envious and resentful of actually who you are. So the more time they spend around you, it actually irritates them, because they see you as someone so special, and it actually mirrors back to them everything they're not, even though they're keeping up the bravado and the facade. This narcissist you was involved with, they're keeping up the bravado and the facade, that they're on the same page as you, that they're into the same stuff as you, maybe spiritually. They're into the same stuff. You know, you're on the same page. They mirrored this to you, but all of this mirroring was actually causing them fury and rage inside. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But this was a long old, this was a long old journey this narcissist involved in your life took before they discovered you. This was a long journey. They may have gone through. We're not just talking romantic situations here. You know, if you were their first love, they still had to deal with toxic people in general in their family circles or friendship circles. They deal with toxicity themselves. They're, you know, that's why the answer for the narcissist, the answer the narcissist will give for the reason how they are, is because they say they've been treated badly. They say they've had a bad upbringing or something like that. That's what their reasoning is for being such a parasite. But, you know, there's no proof whether they're born or made. Some people say they're made through development of childhood and neglect. Some people say they're born, but there's actually no proof in either theory. There's actually nothing definitively proven that we can say 100% they're born or they're made. But look, they searched for you. They searched for you, and when they got you, they didn't appreciate you. So when you take this into an account, that this narcissist you was with was actually searching for someone like you with the credentials you have, the criteria, that you fit the criteria, you fitted that design they were looking for of an empath and a chosen one. Someone who's going to give them and offer them a potent supply. You fitted that criteria. So whether you were discarded, reverse discarded, or you had to cut them off because they got too toxic, you've got to now use your empathetic abilities and realize where this narcissist you was involved with is right now without you. They're not in a good place. They may have made out they're in a good place. And so many of you, like, well, not too many of you, I just see it in the comments section. It frequently crops up. Like, oh, they're with someone else now. I don't even think they remember my name. I see that one frequently. It's just not the case. It's just not the case. You had such an impact on the life of the narcissist you was involved with. Such a significant impact on the life of the narcissist you was involved with. It's unbelievable. You don't even realize, it's beyond your comprehension how much of an impact you actually made. You made a tremendous impact in the life of the narcissist. But as I said, because of their selfishness, because of their gratitude and their intolerance to actually receive your characteristics in a positive light, you know, the mirroring actually caused them fury, frustration, and rage. The more they had to mirror you, the more they had to pretend to be like you, this ate them up inside. Not because they felt guilty or remorseful, but it ate them up inside because it showed them how disgusting they actually are, right? So they make radical decisions. They make radical decisions to reverse discard you. Or they make radical decisions to discard you. Or they become so abusive and toxic that you had to cut them off. This narcissist that was involved in your life chose one of these pathways. And now they're back out in the world. They're back out. They're available. And they're looking for new supplies. They may have a new supply. But they get tricked themselves. They're dealing with other creatures that are like them. That are putting on the bravado. That are pretending to be empathetic. That are mirroring them. They'll spot it, but maybe not soon enough. You know, they might get a couple months down the road and they'll think they've got God's gift, and then they'll realize that it's a whole lot of BS. That's the life of the narcissist. And this is where your importance comes to play. The person that you are, the character you have, the aura you have, the soul you have, the potent supply that you offered. Because fundamentally, that's what they look at you as. It's irreplaceable. It can't be replaced. And it's highly unlikely they'll ever discover another empath again. And even if they do, this narcissist you was involved in, even if they discover another empath, they won't be like you. Because each and every one of you is unique. Each and every one of you catered a supply towards this narcissist you was involved with that was a unique fit for them. and they become accustomed to the way that you used to treat them. And they won't find this in other endeavors that they pursue. They just won't find this. So how the narcissist deals with this conundrum is they try to convert a new supply into a previous supply. They try to make the narcissist involved in your life will try to make a new supply behave, function, think, walk, talk, and be like you. That's how they try and deal with this conundrum they find themselves in. But with that being said, that's not going to work either. That's full of flaws. It's never going to work. You can't train someone who's had a totally different upbringing to yourself, who's had totally different life experiences to yourself, who is not an empath, to behave and function like an empath and a chosen one. The narcissist is delusional. The narcissist you was involved with is delusional, deranged, and for them to think, even for a moment, that's their desperation. Them thinking, that's them desperate, thinking that they can make a new supply source the same as you used to be. That's how desperate they become. You've got to analyze things from a bird's eye view. You've got to see it beneath the veil to truly understand what I'm saying. That's desperation. Someone that's trying to make someone be like someone else is desperate. They're desperate and they're craving you. They may never tell you this. They may never say it. You may have experienced hoovers from the narcissist you was involved with. That's a telltale sign that they're missing something significant. That's a telltale sign that you still preoccupy their mind. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear from them again. Otherwise, they would just get on with their lives. And this is the thing with the narcissist you was involved with. As much as they make out and present to the world they're getting on with their life, they're not really getting on with their life. They're inundated with thoughts about you. They're preoccupied with what you're doing. And this is what needs to change. Narcissists need to go and get on with their lives and realize that this narcissist you was involved with needs to realize they had a chance with you, they blew that chance, and it's game, set, match, and it's over. That's the way that you need to orientate yourselves. Do not let them back in with no apologies. Do not let them back in for a repeat cycle, because it only will run its course on a repeat cycle. You'll only go through the love bomb, the abuse, devaluation, discard. Again, this is, or reverse discard, or you cut them off again. It's only going to go in the same way. Their pattern of behavior doesn't change. Their pattern of behavior doesn't change. They're deranged. Okay? So just realize that this narcissist that you was involved with searched high and low to find someone like you in the first place. You ticked all the boxes. And they ruined it. They actually ruined something that they found that was so special. And the thing is, one of the main reasons why this took place is because they don't have a shed of empathy. Everything that you have, the empathy that you have, if they just had a tad bit of empathy, just a tad bit, they wouldn't have put you through any of the abuse that they put you through. They wouldn't have put you through any of the devaluation. They wouldn't have put you through any of the abuse. They just wouldn't have. And this is why narcissists that you was involved with are cut from a different cloth to yourselves. You are chosen ones. You are empaths. You are highly intuitive beings of light. You have a special aura, a beautiful soul, and you deserve better. You will find better. And that's just the way it's got to be. Make sure that you eradicate this narcissist you is involved with out of your mind, heart, and spirit and soul. Make sure you cut them out of your brain like a lobotomy. Make sure that you never let them back into your lives again. Do not believe any of the lies. Do not believe any of the rubbish that they talk. They lie through and through. They're compulsive liars. They're deranged. They're dusty weirdos. So, you know, don't even believe it if they start saying to you, this narcissist you're involved with, I will go to therapy. Don't. It's not worth the time and your effort to go through that whole enduring that whole thing with therapy with them. It's a waste of time. But just understand the moral of this video. It was how much effort they actually put in to find you in the first place, and how much effort they actually put in to try and destroy something that they found that was so beautiful. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And they know this narcissist you were involved with. It makes no sense what they done. They know it makes no sense whatsoever. And they just wish, sorry, they just wish they could turn back the hands of time. That's what they wish for. This narcissist you was involved with. Because then they think, oh, it would be a bit easier to get them back. But too much has happened now. Too much has gone on with this narcissist you was involved with. Too much abuse. Please never let them back into your lives. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.